inviting and congratulating Kautalia, one of our CIP students, for his permanent residence. Kautalia, congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all the support throughout the steps. You have always guided me in the right direction, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. And I'm being very
To be
honest when I say this.
No, it is your hard work. We had a very interesting. So Kautilya, already he was, I talked to him like you all in the Zoom, and it's been, I think, just over a year, right? 1.5 years since he came to Canada.
Absolutely.
So I mean, nothing to be honest, nothing to credit me here. He had 8777. He had work experience from back home, and his CRS was already about 470, right?
Yes, sir. When I was in
Yes.
India, it was around 470. I got
Yeah.
picked when
So
I was at 486.
So he studied HR in York University, and we had, unfortunately, first time it was refused. We reapplied again, and it worked out. And I'm very happy. Congratulations, Kautilya. Thank you very much for joining and sharing. He
Thank you
just
so
received
much.
his PR portal, and he immediately called me and said, Gautam sir, I received my PR portal for confirming my permanent residence. So congratulations. I think that is the biggest achievement what you have been waiting for the last 3 to 4 years. And
Absolutely.
congratulations. It's your hard work, to be honest. You worked very hard with the English, working hard here, coming here. And I'm very happy to hear the great news, Kautilya. So, Kautilya, catching you, we don't do these sessions, but since you joined in, I just wanted to have you share your experience, as an with CIP and also as an international student here. I know I always make it a point. It's these days there's a lot of changes in international education, right? You've seen Australia has increased the living
Absolutely.
expenses as well, and also they have decreased the post-study work permit to 2 years. Previously there was an option to get till 4 years after the COVID. UK is completely cut off dependent visas. So remember, guys, only prospective students who are financially strong, emotionally strong, and physically strong to succeed in this journey should will be successful here. So please make sure, you know UK, US absolutely has no sense. There is no green card, especially for non-IT. So it's very important. So how was your journey with CIP, and how did you find about CIP?
So initially, I was going to, I'll be very honest, I wasn't aware of CIP, right? So when I was going to all other consultants, they were always suggesting me the mainstream colleges, and they were giving very remote colleges with very limited courses and the generic courses. But then when I was going through all the options, stumbled upon your group. Then I was just like any other consultant, I joined. But then I could clearly see the difference. First, none of them asked me what I'm doing, what was my course, what is my age, what is my primary motive. None of it. They simply said, this is the college, this is the course, this is the fees, these are the documents I need. But with you, it was very different. You would ask, like, what exactly is your motive? What exactly is your background? What have you done? What do you think? What do you want to do in the future? So it's not just any course, but you would ask, what is my interest? Since it was HR, you were the first one to recommend a university. Everybody else would just recommend colleges. It's the same old usual. Like at that
Well,
point, I
not
knew
everybody, to be honest, will be eligible for colleges, but
absolutely.
thankfully we work with York University. Very few agencies work with York University. So, how was, like, when you first landed in Canada, right? What thoughts were going in your brain when you landed in Canada? You stepped on, got into the airport, and then you went out of the airport. So, what were your thoughts in your mind?
It took me almost about 2 years for the entire process from the day I started till I landed, right? So it felt like it was a daunting experience, new country, absolutely new ground. But then I knew that you were there to help if there's anything. Like, even in the first few days, you're like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Have you got an accommodation? you were there to support through and through, sir. Like you would ask, did you get your part-time job? Is everything all right? How is it going? So again, it might not be like we would reach out to you for everything, but having that person who you can fall back to if something goes wrong, something goes south, that is really assuring, and that is a really comfortable position to be in.
Thank you. Truly appreciate. Yes, there were times when I could not answer you. There were missed
No, no,
calls, but
that's
yeah,
absolutely
yeah. But in general, right, I cannot replace your dad. But if there is anything critical, we are always here to take you
absolutely.
guys. If it is not just any issues with and any including your financial issues, we always take care because for us, you guys did not even meet me, only virtually, and trusted us. So we are always there to support you. And Sandeep has been here with us as well, and all our CIP team has been here. So so what are the challenges you faced? Like, your housing, your jobs. How did you manage here?
It's a 360 change, sir. Like absolutely. Back in India, I never used public transit. I was always at the luxury, at the comfort. Typically everybody is so used to having those comforts back in India. But once you come here, you work part time, you have to manage college assignments. At the same time, you use transit. There were a lot of changes, but eventually you get used to it. It's just that we have to be very open. We cannot come with a set expectation that, this is how my journey will be. Rather, come and then based on how it goes, you try to adapt as much as possible because not everything will go as per our plan. I was hoping that with my experience, I would get a desk job, but then it wouldn't happen. For part-time jobs, getting desk jobs is very difficult. Sometimes it doesn't align with your core schedule. Sometimes it doesn't happen. But patience and adaptability, I would say, are like the two key things.
Yeah, and consistency. Keep trying. It would definitely have been possible, but usually when we already find a job, we don't look to change. And I've asked you many times as well, Kautilya, what are you doing? You said, "Sir, I'm waiting
Right.
for my PR, then I'll look for something better."
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So he actually worked. He was actually a trainer in from hospitality background, and he worked for all the five-star properties in India. You did for Oberoi, right? If I remember.
Yes, sir. For Oberoi, Hyatt, Novotel, Leela, all the major
Yeah,
brands.
all this. So, getting back to your experience with York University, how was your experience with York?
York University was a very good institute, and the program was excellent, I would say. Like through and through, there were no issues at all. They're very student friendly. They're very accommodating when it comes to your life and their portal. They have migrated majority of it to e-learning, and the professors are very friendly. They're not your typical professors you would come across and the quality of learning is very good. Like their curriculum, the concepts that they take it's on experiential learning rather than just theoretical learning. So there's a lot of assignments that you would have to do, but those assignments would have a very good enriching experience for us.
That's nice. So a lot of people complain there are no jobs in Canada. It is very difficult to get PR, but it is not true. It's basically you should understand the process. So ideal candidates who it's easy to get the PR are people, who have 1 to 3 years work experience from India, have strong communication skills. English proficiency is very important. And after, yeah, currently the CRS score is high, but if you come to Canada, after 2 3 years of work experience from India, at least 1 year, your Canadian education will add points, just like Kautilya's situation. Canadian work experience will add points, and if you have a good skill set, you might have employers or from healthcare or IT, you might be under the targeted draws as well, right? Yeah. So, Kautilya, so how was your part-time job experience, right? Like, how did you manage your studies, projects, and also with the part-time job? Like, how many part-time jobs did you change? How long did it take you to find?
Luckily, in my case, my part-time job was at a restaurant in Ossington. It's called Mandy's. So Mandy's was very flexible. They have a huge employee pool, so their scheduling is very flexible. You give your availability, they schedule only based on that, and you can always exchange shifts, give up shifts based on your availability. Most employers here are flexible to an extent, and in terms of managing college versus this, college is 4 days a week. Specifically, those 4 days I wouldn't work, or I would manage it just so that after college I can go. And then the other 3 days I keep it open, and then I can go for with the work as well. So that
Yeah.
and I found my job just within a month after landing. And that wasn't with aggressive search. I was just settling down first for the first one. And then I was roaming around for sin, etc., which could have been done easily. But yeah, that was just my case. But if you
You're
aggressive
relaxing.
search within 2 weeks, I would say I've had friends who joined at Mandy's who got the job from India itself. Like if you keep applying for 100 jobs a day, 200 jobs a day, definitely there is no chance that you would not get a part-time job. That's something that I would say.
Definitely, in all my career, I've not seen any student not getting a job. Sometimes it might be 2 weeks, sometimes it might be 2 months, sometimes it might be 4 months, but eventually everybody will get a job. But remember, guys, this is a long-term strategy. You're not here for part-time jobs. You have your GIC, right? And your focus is to study, complete, and work towards your PR and getting a good career here. So,
Absolutely.
how was your program, HR program in York? Like, and anything, you are a seasoned professional, and I know, but what any comments about the HR program?
For me, yes, a few topics since I was already in HR were similar from what I learned in the industry, but the Canadian perspective is a different game altogether. So the importance to health and safety, the importance to compliance as compared to India, there's a lot of differences that the Canadian standards come to. There's a CHRP, like how we have a CA, there's a proper certification and a license just for human resource professionals as well. So understanding those aspects and working towards that, York University's program really helped me towards that as well. And they encourage and strongly recommend students to go for CHRP as well, and they guide you in that direction that this is how your pathway to CHRP begins from York University. And CHRP also recognizes York U's curriculum as a part of CHRP approved.
What is CHRP? There might be some people who might not know it. So, what CHRP is actually a certification, Canadian Human Resource Professional Certification. It adds more value to your profession, and for some jobs, certification is mandatory. Some companies might ask it. So, make sure there is a requirement. You have to have certain grades in your subjects. You should not fail to take the CHRP. So, if you please study well, and if you are planning HR, try to get the CHRP licensing, right? So, Kautilya, is Canada, right, meeting your expectations, right? There's a lot of talks about people, complaining about Canada, right? But we came from India. We know we are the most populated country in the world. And world, there is no heaven on earth. There is always, negative and positive things. But again, getting back, is Canada meeting your expectations?
For me, definitely, because for me, what I wanted was peace of mind, a comfortable life, a safe environment. In the long run, everything will flow through. A house, a car, all those will come through. That is something that I'm assured of. What I am very happy about is the entire atmosphere that is there, the multicultural background that is there. What I really love about Canada is the nature that we have. I've been to Banff, I've been to Prince Edward Island, I've been to Nova Scotia. So the landscape that it offers, the opportunities that it offers are endless.
That's good. So, and what would be your advice to all the prospective students, our Telugu students from our Telugu states, Indian students, or all the students from across the globe who want to embark on this journey, especially now, right, with the GIC 20,000? It's no big deal, guys. The money, yes, the upfront cost have increased, but remember the GIC 20,000 will go into your pockets. You will actually get the money within 12 months, and that is you will feel safe that you have the money, and that will go towards your second year program if you're planning to study. So it's basically not really a big challenge, but yes, you should have access to these funds, and education loan probably would be the best option, right? Yeah. So what would be your advice to all this international students, prospective international students?
From my learning, I would say whatever I've learned is just be open to change and be consistent, persistent, and know your know your situation always. Don't come to that point where your work permit or your study permit is expiring in 1 2 months and then think, oh no, it is expiring, what do I do? I have done this, like, personally. I used to join your Zoom sessions irrespective of having a doubt or not. I would just join and like listen to others cases, what exactly is their situation, how are they working it around, just to have that understanding, where can we get more points from. I just open the calculator every now and I do different permutations and combinations. If I do masters, will it give me more points? If I gain one more year, if I get IELTS, which band, how much will it make a difference? And then work towards that. I was very clear that I need to score at least 8,777 for sure. Above that, it is more 3 points. But yes, if it was coming down to just those 3 points, I was ready to give IELTS again. So just knowing your situation and where you stand amongst that pool is very important. So if we can have that awareness, you can definitely get PR within the specified time, within the specified resources. And as long as you work consistently, you shouldn't have any issues managing your finances as well.
Exactly. See, even if you work here in McDonald's, you still make $3,000-4,000 as a
Exactly.
full-time job, right? So money is not an issue, but we are here to succeed, shoot for the stars with good careers. And Kautali, I'm wishing you good luck in your new career. And I've been on your back all the time asking you, Kautalia, so what are you planning? What are your thoughts? So, well, good luck,
Absolutely.
and I'm looking forward to having you as well. I'll connect with you offline, and I'd love to
Absolutely.
have you always connected with CIP. You have been such an humble person and very patient and very helpful. So very, very happy for your achievement. Congratulations again. And as I said, your achievement, your success is our success as your education and immigration consultant. So thank you very much for trusting CIP in this journey.
Absolutely, sir. And I couldn't have been happier. Thank you so much for everything. And thank you so much for uh, being a part of my journey as well. And here we are.
Thank you.
Thank you so